Rumor has it we're finally going to get through the mountain today. Welcome back to Innocent Sin, ladies and gentlemen. Today we now find our way through the rest of Mount Iwato. Now, here's the thing. In the notes I left Johnny for this part here, there's a lot of, as you saw here, multiple pitfalls in this area, which lead you all the way back through here again, and then you got to keep finding your way up through the slope again.
Yeah,
that's a pain in the ass.
So are the holes not marked at all?
The holes are marked.
The holes are marked. Okay.
But you'll see them only after you fall into them.
Oh, okay. So they're not clearly visible on the ground before you run into them.
Yeah, you basically gotta waltz right into them like an idiot. Where the map goes, okay, don't go here.
Yeah, okay. That's interesting.
But here's also the flip side of that too. Also, is that well, you guys aren't gonna have to see that because I left the notes for Johnny about that because that shit was gonna irk the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
I told Johnny to Thank you. Once I fell down like enough of them, just cut through all the way over to when the fuck I get out of here.
Now you gotta scour a cavern like any other sane man would. Just hug the wall and just open.
Hold the left hand like a maze. Hold your left hand on one side of the wall. Hope like hell you're out.
Yeah.
And now we head into another reflecting pool. Let's see what we're gonna see in here. Hey, it's my reflection. Shut up, Lisa.
This reflection reminds me of Power Rangers.
More Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Oh, this one's new.
Lightspeed flashback.
Power Rangers Lightspeed flashback. I've never seen that girl here before. You never seen a girl ever, Ikichi? Shut up. So here we see the four of them meeting up with a new person. This is the one they call Big Sis.
Big Sis.
Yeah.
She's not that much taller than the other ones.
From this perspective, it kind of is. Then again, you might have a better eye for overhead views than I do. Because
she's just slightly taller.
She's slightly taller,
Genko,
yeah. But and frankly, to me, that's enough because holy shit, to me, from this angle, like I said, you probably have a better eye than me for this. She looks like she's a good head over them. So basically, we just indoctrinated her into a gang.
Signed the blood pack without the blood.
Right?
Bullshit.
Who's the leader? Well, it ain't me. I never win. Jerk off.
Before you join the guild, you must pass an arduous set of exams.
And you're in. That's it. We're low standard here.
Yeah, they're kids. I mean, what's your favorite color? Blue. What's your favorite number? 2. All right, you're in.
Wow, really? You think 9-year-olds be that low wall? Shit, but 9 years old, my nephew's already working iPads better than me, I have to imagine.
What's your favorite deck type? Think carefully about this.
Is it Red Eyes?
Or else your life forfeit. You see, I never said it was Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ooh, caught me.
Trick question. It was poker. Burner.
So now they're all remembering well, at least these two are remembering Big Sis. We learned that she then served as a big bit of inspiration to all of us. And ultimately, that's when we all started to play the Persona game. Which is kind of the same thing we played back in St. Harmerland at the beginning of Persona 1, if you remember that far back.
I do. I don't remember if I asked this earlier in this playthrough specifically, but is like the Persona game just something that's just like hand down in tradition by hearsay or something like that? Or is there actual board games you can go into like a Japanese Toys R Us? It's like, hey, it's the Persona game.
It would be some weird shit if you could do that. No, it's like a ritual. But the ritual in the first two games is extremely common knowledge. 3, 4, and 5 Personas come to you differently. Your lives would be so much easier if extra ever happened. Don't you think the one who is forgotten will feel horrible? Real life is a video game. You can't just press the reset button. The sins you committed will never disappear. Anyway. Trust me. Save that scene if you can and play that near the end of this game. You laugh now. Wait till we get to the end of the game. You'll see that. Look at it. Solemnly go, huh? And then you're gonna go back to the part and go edit in. And now we got the Blue Swan mask. Wait a minute. Blue Swan. We saw red, we saw yellow, we saw black, we saw pink. Oh, that was mine.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. It turned out there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this.
Oh, shit. And the game didn't have to tell me a thing. Sweet. Oh, one important thing about Mount Iwato, I think it should be obvious here. Do not leave without those 4 masks. They're your only shot to getting the ultimate persona for each of your character in this game.
So the masks are completely optional.
Yes. Although, to be honest, the way the game lays it out, it would be kind of hard. It's simultaneously almost impossible to miss them.
Yes.
But it's also easy to overshoot things because Iwato's visual design can easily mask some of the caves for you if you're not if you're not attentive.
So rotate that camera constantly.
Absolutely.
Basically, to look for cavern systems. Because yeah, you're right. The more I think about it, the only thing that really progresses plot in this mountainside are the reflecting pools, not necessarily the mass.
Right. And all the masks are our tickets to our ultimate personas.
Yeah.
Yay. And it's all downhill from here. Yeah.
So because they are required for ultimate persona.
Yeah.
Do we summon them via Megazord?
No. We do get them after the events of after certain events in the game, as long as we have those masks. No masks, no dice. But I'll explain about the ultimate persona then, and then we'll have you make a judgment call. Well, you the viewer as well as you, Johnny, on the judgment call on that. Meanwhile, I just got the ogre hand for her, which is 65. But notice the NU over there.
Yeah. That's
nuclear element. That's not strike. As I said before, now we're going to start getting to the point in the game where we're really going to want to exploit the physical weaknesses of strike. So that's kind of why I don't equip the weapon on her.
I get the ogre hand. I just get like Japanese Hulk hands.
Oh, absolutely. Swamps.
Thwomp hands. Collect the whole set.
All one of them.
Now with the Ass Ugly 64 edition.
Gross. I take a save here. This is the point of no return for the dungeon. Make sure you have all of the masks. So here we get the bad news. Big Sis is moving away.
Oh.
Did I fuck something up here?
No. You're just taking a long time to proceed through the dialogue.
Shit, that was my fault.
We're just saying goodbye. Saying goodbye? What does this mean? Doesn't realize it's not hitting the A button. Well, the X button, sorry.
So ultimately, she hid from us that she was moving away because she was having too much fun playing with us.
But it's never goodbye. Just see you later.
Not when you're 8 or 10.
No, I mean...
Or 6 or 8. I don't know how old you are.
I mean, if you got a circle of friends...
Totally.
You don't say goodbye. You say see you later. Unless you're a dick. Then goodbye. No, they're not really taking it well, though.
Oh, no. What kid would?
True enough, yeah.
Ta-da! You're the boss
today, right?
Finally, the name joke finally comes through. Here's the thing, though. It's implied here that between Tatsuya and June, they sort of came to an agreement that they understood that it had to be done. At least I think so. So they ultimately were silent about it, but it was like a silent acceptance. Lisa, on the other hand, gets the idea to lock Maya into the shrine. Oops. Yeah, that's Maya, by the way.
All right, now it's time to become the White Ranger. Just fucking ninja kick the shit out of the kids.
Oh, my Tiger Sword.
Yeah. Just summon the Megazord. Fuck that shrine.
So then, here's the thing, though. Remember, there's some world building in this as well. That same shrine we locked her in burned down around that time frame, because that was around the time
Tatsuya's father.
No, not Tatsuya's father.
Was it the same one with the arsonist? Yeah, the arsonist.
Tatsuzo turned around.
Yeah.
No, Tatsuya Sudo. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I keep mixing up the arsonist kid and the jerk-off father.
Okay.
The arsonist kid came around, burned down the shrine around that time frame.
That same shrine.
Yeah. Lisa and Ikichi blamed themselves for it only because it's a weird train of logic, but it's not necessarily faulty. Lisa knows that she didn't start the fire that killed their friend, but at the same time, she never would have been in that situation
had she weren't locked inside the shrine in the first place.
Right, and when you have that sort of train of logic thinking against you, it's hard to break it.
It's easy to just jump from one thing to another.
Right. They were going to let her out the next day, but then the fire happened.
Yeah. Which, they couldn't have known about. So
they couldn't have known about it, but they were still beating themselves the shit out of it.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still locking your friend inside a shrine because you don't want them to go is still a very dick thing to do.
It is, hence innocent sin.
Yeah.
Well, one of the innocent sins of this game.
Yeah, that's why I figured what the innocent sin title came from.
No, there's more to it.
Well, you just said it was, and you just said
part
no.
of it. I said it's part of it.
Well, you just said flat out no.
And it's like Pang in Dead Space. It's one of those. It's a title phrase there that means so many things that are interwoven into just that. At least if we realized that Big Sis isn't dead. We did manage to find her. When the shrine burned down, it became a huge deal. she had her father contact the police, but no bodies were found. So which begs the question of why Lisa was beating herself up, because now she was confused. And she's thinking Big Sis is Joker. Lisa and Ikichi don't fully know who Big Sis was yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because like, at what point did they realize that Maya is Big Sis?
After this bit.
Yeah. Oh, I guess she got the sinister face now.
Yep. The eyes are something to note here. Aside from the giant, big, pinkish, fuck you, I'm evil eyes.
Yeah, the shadow over the eyes. Yeah.
Ow. What the fuck was that?
Looks like a persona.
No shit. What hit us?
I am not Big Sis. I am Big Maya.
I'm Super Sis.
I'm Super Sis now. You fucked up. Power death only made me stronger.
There's the real one.
There's the real Maya.
Do you remember the doppelganger rumor?
Yes.
There were 5 of them that were spread throughout as the rumors of the kids spread. We, the same 5 here, however, that's how we managed to keep ourselves and our sanity. Unfortunately, those 5 are still loitering around.
Yeah, so we got to deal with those imposters.
They're technically shadows.
Well, I mean, it's an imposter.
Shadow's a whole different... No. The concept of a shadow is different. Basically, in Jungian... I'm giving you the very brass tacks of it here. The shadow in Jungian psychology is basically the selves of us that we refuse to accept. And by denying them, we keep giving them power. The stronger... But when we come to accept them, do they lose their power over us?
Yeah, but for all intents and purposes, in the context of what's going on now, they're imposters. They're not the real us. They're a part of us, but they're not the actual us.
Right.
Yeah, so.
And
there's this asshole.
This is the cocksucker.
Yeah.
There's our Joker. The missing Black Ranger.
Bum, bum, bum.
When you did that, I like to imagine I was Shadow Maya doing that. Dum, dum, dum. Tatsuya killed you. I'm right here, stupid. Yeah, I'm over here too. Not you.
I've been here for the longest time.
Here's also something else. Now, Joker's got a huge problem. Joker's now facing with 2 realities. Which one's the real one? Even though the real deal's standing right in front of you.
Yeah. All right, boss battle time.
Shadow Maya. This is one of the few bosses in the game that will put a hurting on you.
Yeah, this fight takes Matt 12 minutes.
But all I have to do is kill everyone.
Did she have that voice the entire time?
I believe.
And they couldn't tell that was a shadow?
If it's the case, holy shit. I like to imagine what happened was that she had Maya's voice.
Yes.
And now that she has to drop the facade, she goes off with the whole...
Yeah. I figured that would make the most sense. Because if she had that voice from the start... Wow, guys.
Yeah, what the fuck? By the way, you start off hurt, too, because you did get blasted twice. She's not terrible once you recuperate your bearings, but she can hit a little... She can hit a bit hard. Magic, I'm trying to think what I do here. We'll go along and we'll see more as the fight goes on. I hope you can rock a wiki for me, too, dude, because I don't have my phone on me. It's charging, because I'm a dickhead and forgot to charge it last night.
You never bring your charger.
I never bring the charger.
It's just an accepted reality for SGB.
Right? The sky's blue, World Chalice takes forever to play, and I never remember my charger.
In fact, I'm beginning to think you don't even have a charger. Your thing is solar powered on the way over here. Then it just dies on the way inside the house.
Ava will kill me for that solar powered tech. Also, I think I said it earlier, I went and got Marduk, because Marduk's going to be great for the agility source earlier. Diamond Dust. This shit hurts. It hits everybody you have for ice damage. The Wan Leon Jang persona I made for Yukino will protect it from ice damage and ice effects. So,
nice.
As long as you're protected from ice, you're fine. In theory, because Maya also has some Holy and Almighty attacks, I believe, too. I don't think she can heal herself easily. Yes. I keep calling that move the Eternal Punishment name, Pine Bamboo Plum, which I can at least pronounce, so I'm cool with that.
Question.
Yo.
Because the wiki is showing...
There's 2 pages. Yeah, you fight Shadow Maya and Eternal Punishment 2, but it's a different one.
Not even that. I was talking more like her attack, defense, magic attack, and bad defense is question marks. Is that determined by Maya?
There's a stat book. Are you looking at the Innocent Sin one? Because Eternal Punishment has a gimmick where you can make her stronger or weaker depending. In this one, I'm not fully sure if there's a hold up to that.
Yeah,
but
what's the formula for determining Shadow Maya's stats? Something this is not telling me. It just gives me all right. So level 38, 2,582 HP. Dropped 17,000 yen, probably from Maya's pocket.
Oh, damn. We got our money back.
Yeah. She has Poison Claw.
That's a single damage. That's single target damage with a slight chance of poison. Nothing to worry about.
Okay. She has Aquadyne.
That is large damage water magic. One opponent.
Diamond Dust was something we already saw earlier.
It's a all hitting ice attack with a good chance of freeze.
Yeah. Mahama.
Mahama is basically all hitting holy magic, and yes, if none of your characters are protected against holy magic, that can very well be a one-hit kill.
And Dark Dimension.
Dark Dimension is basically, you remember Multi-Dimension earlier?
Yes.
That's the move you never ever want to see, because if that hits your you said Dark Dimension, right?
Dark Dimension. Yeah.
That could kill one of your party members, and unlike a regular kill, you can't revive them.
So they're essentially banished.
Yes.
Yeah.
The difficulty of this fight, as stated earlier, is going to be very largely dependent upon how often she wants to spam this fucking move. Because Diamond Dust, as I said before, froze, may stun you maybe even for a turn at best. And that's all you need to lose track of your fusion spells. After this, though, we're going to get our Prime Persona. Yay! I love this fucking boss battle theme, though. My God, it's good. Like, they went all out on the remix for the soundtrack, and I cannot get enough of it.
So wait, is again? I may have actually made this already, but the PSP wasn't a range soundtrack, or is it the exact same from PlayStation 1?
They gave you both versions.
Okay.
This is the PSP version because you can easily tell the remix by the increased drum line from this as opposed to the original. And then you get like Meguro just going whole hog on the fucking electric guitar for the second half, and it is glorious. Like I said, antidotes will easily get rid of the poison, and Shadow Maya doesn't have a really good attack stat, so you're fine with just knocking them the fuck out.
So I scroll down too far on the wiki, and I get an image of Kylo Ren. And I thought, was that some sort of male Maya? I was like, no,
that's against Super Boss.
That's just Kylo Ren out of nowhere.
We're fighting fucking Hitler. Is Kylo Ren out of the room?
Not yet. But what kind of rumor would need to propagate to fight Kylo Ren?
Star Wars is ruined forever.
Not if I have something to say about it.
Exactly. Sweet. Now, I don't really think, though, Shadow Maya has a weakness. If it is, I'm not picking up on it. Because Shadow Maya has roughly Maya's stats as well as Maya's defense, the Persona Maya's defenses. And she already has some pretty good defenses to begin with.
Let's see.
If she has one, I swear to Christ, I don't hit it.
Neutral damage from, was it sword?
Yeah.
RN, right here.
Let's see. Sword, range, strike, throw, havoc, fire. Yep, she has all magic damage. That's to be expected considering Maya, and here I am still hitting her with fucking magic damage. You can actually hit her with light, but it won't. When I say light, I don't mean expel. Like, there's probably some degree of light magic in the game, like Holy Light, Nirvana, Heros Glupane, which I don't have at this point in the game. So ultimately, it's going to be what I should have been doing here instead of what I'm doing now. Is I should have been focusing more on physical attacks, but I didn't have the wiki available to me, so I didn't remember what Maya's things was. To be honest, though, I should have been using my brain, though, because in Eternal Punishment, she has Shadow Artemis rather than Shadow Maya, which reflects magic, so that should have been my big clue. Instead, I'm like, duh.
I love Eternal Punishment.
I love Eternal.
Is that my innocent sin? I love the sequel too much.
I love the sequel too much to care. Again, Lisa's likely to be your faster since Maya's not in the party, so frankly, just have Lisa do the healing if necessary. Only have Maya heal with the Pine Bamboo Plum spell, Shuichi Kubagai, whatever the fuck that is. Shuichi. Have her heal with that if you're taking too much damage from Diamond Dust. Other than that, a basic media here from Principality will do just fine. That was also a persona I made up for Lisa as well because it's a judgment persona and it gives a bonus to dexterity, which is always helpful to have. And here I just go for another summon spirit. This time around the fire spirit Salamander.
Something that we don't really get to see in random battles because we edit past all the redundant battles in this one is that they also gave Shadow Maya her own little persona portrait when you're summoning.
Yep.
But I mean, it's essentially the same pose.
It's the same thing, only with the shadows.
Yeah, the eyes look sinister.
Of course, this is so fucking comical.
Yeah.
There's also something here I'm not taking advantage of too. There's a fusion spell I have available to me if I use Wind and no, it's not Wind. I think it's Gigantic Fist or Sonic Strike I need. No, I need Sonic Punch. I'm sorry. It's a weird requirement. Combining those two.
Try, but no.
Like we just hit on her for a date.
Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying?
There's a physical spell I could be doing if I had Sonic Punch. It's a Pegasus Strike. I abuse the shit out of it later in the game. And it would do some good damage here considering it's a high power physical attack spell. Unfortunately, since I have Gigantic Fist and not Sonic Punch, I can't do it. So that's the one thing about the 2 duology I don't like is certain spells are restricted by certain tiers. As I said earlier, there is Zan, Zanma, Zandine. But you have to keep the weaker mid-tier 2 spell Zanma around to get the fusion spells for high-end Breaker and low-end Crush as opposed to just using Zandine as a requirement. Ah, fuck me. Also, the reverse persona will have reverse colorations. Namely, to really exemplify that they're the reverse of the persona of that character.
We mentioned that before with the
other characters, right?
Yeah.
And my here's no different or unique.
Yeah, you're not special.
Yeah, laugh at this. Chop chop. I go for Flame Cut here. Twin Slash is just as viable. I'm just not using it. And here comes Poison Claw 2, most likely Poison Yukino.
Is that a counterattack?
No. Poison Claw is just a random lame-ass physical attack she could do.
No, okay. It's the way it immediately followed up from that one. I thought it looked like a counterattack. Is that a thing in this game?
Counters?
Yeah.
No. Whatchamacallit? Unless Megami Tensei instigates a counter as a response to something the player does to somebody as the game's programming, counter doesn't really exist anymore. To my knowledge. No, counter does exist to a degree. But I'm speaking out of turn because that's more of a 3, 4, 5 thing. In Persona 2, there's no real counter to my knowledge. In Persona 1, though, there was a very hard to learn spell called Quicka, or Attack Back in the English version, which basically bestowed upon your characters the counter status. That was the only way you could effect counter attacks.
The only way?
Yeah.
Oh, she's getting weak, though. She's on her knees. She's on one knee.
On bended knee.
Yeah.
And she still has to poison me, you hussy.
You bitch.
So since I'm feeling good, I'm going to just have Lisa go on the physical offensive here for the time being.
So because now that her true self has been revealed, well, her true nature, I should say, she now has that voice filter. But what if beforehand, like it was like some just sort of Microsoft Sam voice that they still couldn't figure out wasn't the real Maya?
Oh, God. These guys are tone deaf sons
Hello,
of bitches.
ta-da. Lovely day to confess a sin, would you know?
The only thing I would recommend to watch out for is I think when she gets on bended knee, she might go for the Mahama skill. That's when I whip out Tetraja to be safe.
Oh, Mahama.
Oh, Bahama Mama. And here we just get the idea to set her on fire.
Quick, go for the weakness. Fuck you. It's not the real you, Maya.
Right? Looks better here than in Eternal Punishment. In Eternal Punishment, or I'm not sure if the graphics also got a bit of an upgrade too, to a degree. Because Tetraja in Eternal Punishment is basically a huge triangle flying up and protecting us, I believe.
Almost trying, only it's beneficial.
Right. Instead of wearing out in the second act. Shadow Maya. Well, this is also going to be, by technicality, the first Shadow boss battle we're going to have in the game.
Yeah, that's another question I was going to ask. Like, are we going to have different Shadow encounters?
We will.
Okay, I figured as much. Because we got to have a Shadow Maya. Why not like a Shadow Kichi or Shadow
We
Genka?
will.
Yeah.
Doink, doink.
What, a Kojin?
I believe so.
Nerf bullets.
BB guns.
Paintball.
Or the Persona 5 answer. They're not real guns, they're just models. But if you use them in the palaces, they're real guns. Why? Would explain how kids can walk around without getting arrested. What?
No, I'll save it for Persona 3.
Oh, the evoker thing?
Just the way you summon your personas.
The evoker thing?
Always visually bothered me. Like, I know there's a meaning to it. It's just, I don't necessarily have to like its presentation.
That's fine. Doink. That's also why 4 and 5 do away with that shit.
Oh, so 3 is the only one to do it.
Yeah, 3 is the only one with the head banging.
Yeah.
4 is you crush a card. 5 is you pull off your mask.
4 is you crush a card. What was it? Draw 6. Fuck.
Oh, I drew the fucking Taurus.
Junk rare.
Now I'm trying to kill her off with a fusion spell to hopefully go for a mutation afterwards.
They also want to have a flashy conclusion. Got to surround it.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Of course, the guy with the sack is looking the wrong way.
Everybody's looking the wrong way.
Now, when you choose a fusion spell, does the combination of the attacks have an element in itself?
What do you mean?
Like
yes.
if you, yeah.
Yes, if you do Towering Inferno, fire.
It's
you
fire.
Do Stone Rise, it's Earth.
Look at that. Holy shit.
That is the face I would make if I lost a poker.
Yeah.
Not even close.
You couldn't be more wrong. Spineless imposter.
Goodbye. Poof. Yeah. No. She has to be like my favorite death animations in 7 actually were the machines.
Oh yeah,
because they just scattered and went all over the place. She should just scatter and go all over the place.
I got a little evil Maya on me.
And a trail of shadowy memes.
Gross. I think I upgrade everything here but strength maybe. I'm thinking. Yeah.
You can't go anymore. Says you.
Tattoos, play by their arbitrary rules. Fuck you.
Those rules suck.
I love this theme too. That feeling we had back in the classroom, that was the subconscious resonating with that was all their personas resonating with each other in their subconscious.
Yeah, because we.
So it was like they to a degree they knew, they just couldn't fucking believe it.
The memories had to have been that really repressed and like just now realize that Maya is the big sis that they.
Trauma's hard.
Like yeah, no, I get that totally. It's just.
Yay! I still love this fucking theme. It's Maya's theme, a variation of it. Oh yeah.
And Keisha just lets out a breath of fresh air and suddenly gains 300 pounds.
No, his girder breaks.
I've been letting that in. I've been letting that in for a long time. Oof.
There goes the girder.
Yeah. Thank God. It's a beautiful life. Am I right?
Oh, that was what we wanted to see. Yep. Yeah. I'm fucking dead, douche. By the by, I killed the Kuchi. I think I said it last part. I killed the Rumor Dream in here. Forgot to leave immediately for my treasure, so no Megiddo card for me. Fuck me. And Joker's Flower. I wonder if we still have the other ones in our pockets. If there are any still good. Junkin is also suffering from false memories. She's right. Basically, something got into June's head, because June also knows what really went on too.
Yes.
But somebody's manipulating him to think this. So, somebody's fucking with June. We gotta figure that shit out. Meanwhile, the butterfly will teleport us away.
So Joker has a name.
Yep.
June.
Joker Junes.
How are you, my friends?
Have you mastered the use of your persona? The world you are in now is starting to shift to a world that should not be. He's repeating the same script.
He's reading the cue cards. You can clearly see the cue cards.
Oh shit, wrong ones.
I must admire your bravery and diligence. The Shadow Myro was pretty much immune to half of magic, and you kept hitting her with magic.
Never let it be said that eventually you'll break down a wall if you hit it hard enough. Now, each of the original personas that we had before, by the by, I was completely wrong earlier. You didn't need to hold on to the originals. I got my 2s mixed up again. But I would still hold on to them just in case, because I think you might still need them just at least in the back reserves until this part. You now get the modified versions of them, which come around like level 30 or so. They're powerful, but their SP cost is huge. So, for this level anyway. So you might want to start carrying around some SP regenerative items.
Oh, they all get like the subtitle Prime.
Yeah. Now, the weird thing is, though, is that personally, the only 2 I would really keep around a whole lot is Maya Prime and Radamanthus Prime.
That's cheating.
Why?
I think Maya has a persona named Maya.
Fuck you, I said that's clever. Whoosh. The heart that beats for thy friends lights thine holy flame. Basically, you let everybody else have their moments in the sun, so now you get yours. That's the only way you get yours, too, if the other three get theirs. Any of them fuck up, none for you.
So, because Tetsuya's persona upgrade requires that the others have their upgrade, does that mean his is inherently just better?
No.
Okay.
Because, well, it's not that Tetsuya's is bad.
No, I said better.
Oh, the better than the other three?
Yeah.
No. The only, like
because
I said,
it just has because it has that unlock requirement compared to everybody else. Yeah.
The only thing about Tetsuya that's really good is that he may not have a better option at this point.
Better than none, I guess.
Yeah, and then there's also the fact that well, the reality problem is that Tetsuya's is good. It's just that Tetsuya's is limited. In other words, if you can't set it on fire, it's fucking useless. And now we're back inside the shrine. Look familiar? It's a much smaller version of what we saw back in Lunar Veil or Mikage-cho in Persona 1. Man,
it does look condensed.
It is much condensed, yes. We are inside a tiny shrine.
Film on butterflies. One second, I gotta take this.
All right. And today we found out the Nazis are coming.
What?
It's happening in the real world.
You will not believe what my Twitter feed is saying right now. Look at the top trend. Okay. Mayan Nazis. Jesus Christ.
That's supposed to be a swastika, but they replaced it with the Iron Cross, which is just fine because they're both still fucking Nazi symmetry.
The Iron Cross is more of a World War I sort of thing.
The Nazis also adopted that too.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, but it was more prevalent in World War I rather than World War II. Oh, yes. I remember when... Woo!
I guess all that time hiding out in the Antarctic did something.
Release the Nazi mechs.
I imagine there's got at least a couple of people in Sumeru City looking at this and going, "What?" Those planes up there in the sky are the Longinus 13. We'll be fighting all of them. Innocent sin, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Kingdom Hearts would have been a lot more interesting if they went with that name instead.
Kingdom Hearts with Nazis?
Longinus 13.
Wasn't there an army invading from above? Who spread the rumor? Milo, fuck him. Caracol means snail or Katatsu Mori? Kashihara said the basis of the Caracol ruins are chicken, Ursa, here, Mount, whatever. So basically, if the ring is the timer set in motion, we must now get to the Caracol. And don't let him get near the rings or whatever. So, uh-oh. And Yukino's love crush is there.
Ooh.
Again, world building will show that she is absolutely head over heels for him. Like, the one thing that brings... He's the one person she absolutely allows to bring out her feminine side.
Well, then I think it's about time we go to the
mountains?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Well, for Johnny.
I mean, we were already
optional side quests.
But we're already in
There must be optional side quests.
I doubt it.
Oh, no. Tell them you got that out.
So it's that they have to take a back seat when Nazi mechs are involved.
Nazis wielding the spear of Christ. Yikes.
Jesus Christ.
No, he's dead. See you next time.